Because it's about to bump heads, y'all.
No, I don't think so.
Ow! That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's that time for the fan view of sports as written and directed by your own Victor Allen. That's right. It's time for New Sports. Written and directed by the bald-headed black man. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the man who's nicknamed by the ladies as Sexual Chocolate. Here's Vic! Yeah!
Bring it home.
Yeah!
Bring it home.
Yeah! Go!
Okay, now that we pretended like it's really exciting, let me bring it back down to earth. It's not the airline story. Let's see. It's not the famous Jen Seltzer story. It's not the abduction. It's sports. That's right. We pretend like we know sports. We have no officials. We have a crew. Becca Inspires, PMC, Mac.
They're our crew.
And the Anti-Sports League just love me. Okay. I'm finished. You want to go to the next subject?
I'm admiring the wardrobe. Is that Jim? Okay. I know one is the Jim Irsay and one is his
I'll let
attorney.
you guess. I'll let you guess.
So,
Coming down. What does an attorney look like?
the one on the right has to be the attorney. He can look a little more upbeat. First of all, he can look a little more upbeat, and I think he needs to get his suit let out a little bit.
I know. Well,
I guess that's Jim and his best court
attorney.
Okay, let me ask you guys this.
What?
When you go to court, is that the way to dress? I'm just saying this as a start. Is that giving the right message to the judge?
There's a condition to this, though. He's leaving the jail house. That's why Jim on the left is leaving because the Indianapolis Colts owner basically was arrested Sunday night and charged with operating a vehicle while intoxicated and 4 counts of possession of a controlled substance. The 54-year-old man who had told people that he has been for years sober. Basically, the story came out that everybody around him knew. Now, this is the part that...
Well, they know.
Yeah, they know. So, let me just say this. This is the part everybody's going to, Mar. You know this. Everybody's going like this. All right. Here come one of your own, commish. What you going to do? Let's say you're going to pop him over the head. Let me just say this. We've had examples of particular athletes who had to be followed. I won't say names. Dressed accordingly. Followed through in malls. Couldn't go out. Was under NFL house arrest.
Pac-Man.
All right. I won't even mention the Dallas Cowboys
they tried to help him out.
Wide receiver. And I said, you put you put a leash on that dog, right?
Yes.
So everybody knew. So all the owners, you think they knew about his condition?
Oh, hell yeah. He ain't the only alcoholic in the NFL.
And even beyond that, it's more than just alcohol.
Yeah. He ain't the only substance abusing person.
Right. And there's quotes coming from close members that saying, we had hoped that he would be caught legally because nobody could impact him on the abuse
and he
that
might
he was
kill
doing.
himself.
Right. So here's the question, Mario. You're the commish. 32 owners pay your salary.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
You're gonna do the politically correct thing.
What kind of penalty now?
You're gonna make certain. No real penalty. Almost no penalty. Just a little verbiage. See, that's all you have to do.
If that happens,
that's all you have to do.
If that
little
happens,
verbiage.
You remember the Saints.
If it happens, the point is that they have to admit that. See, the point is, everybody knows they're hypocrites anyway. So the joke is that you have to try to play like you're not.
Right.
So, but everybody knows you are.
Right.
We know you are. Okay. We know the NFL favors the owners because they're the owners.
So how
that's
flagrant?
Totally common sense.
You're gonna make me go to Becca Inspired because I know Becca.
It's bullshit to try to act like you don't.
Now, wait a minute.
That's where the bullshit comes in. That you want to try to act like you're fair. You ain't fair, motherfuckers.
Mario.
I'm sorry.
On my side,
I'm sorry.
What's up?
And I can't bleep anything up. But that's how I feel.
Right.
They're so hip. It's like the NCAA. This actually gets you so. The reason why we're all excited isn't the reason we're excited because we can't wait to throw it in their face.
They're waiting right now. They are right now.
They're like this.
They're going.
We're gonna wait to throw this.
What you gonna do?
And here's the thing. But the NFL got a lot of power, right? So watch who publicly throws it in their face, because they got a lot of money and a lot of money stuff. So the people better tread lightly, because they will wield this.
Mac,
they will wield this power.
Mac, we have to find out another term for Mario when he gets potty mouth.
Yeah, Mac McAllister can't even talk. I listen to his show every week. Okay.
See,
Mac.
Wait a minute.
I listen to his show every week, and y'all the ones.
You go defer and blame, right?
Y'all the ones. Look, I just said mother forks.
No, you do.
Forks for your mother. Little forks.
Mario, you know what they say?
Side of the plate.
It's not the words. Forker. It's the flavor of what you say.
Sometimes the most appropriate response is to use an expletive. That is the most appropriate.
See, the part, and you know what? No, here's the, true what you're saying, Mark. But the part that I'm loving about
PFC
this,
said they're gonna shut it down. Yeah, they're gonna shut it down. They are, Vic. Everybody, Vic, you're not gonna hear anything because you're not gonna get to throw it in the face. Players are not gonna say shit.
No.
The players are not gonna say a damn thing.
Young people are rebellious. Period.
I bet you the players ain't gonna say nothing.
Watch. It's not what they say. It's when they say, oh, okay.
Can we get a bet? Can we get some bets? Because either way, it's interesting.
Right.
Would you guys think the players? You think, okay? First of all, these are black cats, and all the brothers already understand.
Right.
Now you might see. To me, it has a lot of your culture has a lot to do with this.
That's right.
So I specifically think none of the brothers are going to rebel. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry.
Who you think is going to rebel?
Maybe some of the white players, maybe. Yeah. Because they're going to feel a little more entitled to speaking up.
Right.
And the black players are going to be like, that's why they call it owner.
But
we have a historical perspective on this shit.
I'll give one.
See, look at PFC says it too. The brothers are not going to say nothing.
No, I'll say this.
The brothers are not going to say nothing.
You may be right about this, but I'll give the exception, and I forgot his name. When that New Orleans Saints linebacker challenged the commish, when they were going over that stuff, and he went out on a limb by himself.
That's my man.
And when it came to fruition,
that's my man.
He was going, didn't I tell you guys I was right?
And where is he?
No. He was still playing. He was an older player.
Yeah, I remember. So I block on his name, the linebacker.
Yeah, the linebacker. He was already a seasoned and tenured player.
Because it was bullshit the way they tried to single him out for that.
And he did it by himself.
That's right.
So I'm sitting up here saying
some people can stand up to the NFL.
They're going to remember what he did because he went overboard because he couldn't wait to
Major League Baseball came after us. Okay.
Watch.
Hey, you guys, we ain't lying.
Right.
Major League Baseball.
They're waiting.
Because of the videos we were doing on Barry Bonds.
So let's do this.
Came after us.
Yeah,
and they were shut down. Their live stream was kicking us off a live stream because Major League Baseball said take them off.
Right.
That's no lie.
And you know how long it took them and how much it cost them to do that?
And they were like, it's Major League Baseball.
The legal representative went into the social media. What would they call the manager, the one who deals with content? Says, send this out real quick. That cost them about $1.
I hope it costs me at least. They paying $300 an hour plus legal fees.
Right.
So even a letter to us gonna cost them like $1,000.
No, see, I'm just saying.
I hope it cost them sons of them. Not okay.
Let's stay on good terms.
Yes, we love the slave master NFL.
So here's my
Mario called NFL slave master.
Wait a minute. Now remember, you guys.
I was just kidding.
New Sports is the conversation around sports, and you don't have to know it. So what we're going to do is predict the penalty, if any.
No penalty.
Nothing. Not a fine. Not probation. Can't stay away from the field.
Oh no,
nothing.
Just some verbal
You're saying,
stuff.
That's it. Oh, I'm giving him $25,000.
Okay, that's nothing. But I don't think they're going to do that. I think he's going to go to Malibu. Because, Malibu has all the rehab clinics. They have wonderful brunch, hot croissants.
He's been in rehab.
Massage. You go again. Everybody.
He's been over.
You go to Malibu, take some time.
So do you
go to Malibu, check in, get in the pool, get some massage, eat right for a while, some fruit.
Wait a minute.
Maybe a lot of veggies. Get a cleanse. And it'll be cool.
Now, do you know... Remember, he was the only owner that was tweeting a lot.
He's going to hire a tweet expert.
No, wait.
Think about that cleanse.
He was tweeting. Was he sober? or influence.
He probably was influenced, but that's where you hire the tweet expert. Get that cleanse, get the massage, all of that.
I can't wait. I can't wait till next week, you guys. Because both of you guys, Mario picked that nothing's going to happen.
Nothing.
Rehab is the only penalty.
Yeah, come on. You can't punish a sick man.
No. Stop. Watch this.
Turn to Jesus.
Here we go. Watch.
Turn to Jesus.
He's gonna get a soft
Jesus.
What does a billionaire go like? 25,000, 50,000.
Come, we're gonna heal you.
What they're gonna do?
Come to Pack Stereo, we will heal.
What they're gonna say is they're going to say he made decisions about the betterment of the league while he was under
Mr. Irsay. Lay whatever part that ails you on the radio and let Vic.
Put your hand. Put my hands on you. That's it. All right, you guys.
Well, he needs. What's your slogan? He needs.
He needs to have peace with himself.
Oh,
that's right. Okay, that's it. I mean, we too much fun here. I'm gonna go to the next topic. This is the second, what we call part 2 of athletes turned actors. Yesterday, we actually said the gangster who became even more popular was Arnold Schwarzenegger because he had blockbuster.
What'd you call me?
A gangster.
Oh.
That's the way I'm saying Arnold. Arnold was gangster. You know what? He was gangster.
You gotta watch how you say that around people.
Love, you know.
Mr. Schwartz and who?
Schwarzenegger. Yeah, you trying to get me to say the other word. I'm gonna leave it alone. Today, because I think a lot of people are honorable mention that they did touch TV and film in many ways and some did not. Who is iconic? That they were bigger than the money they made. They did very little, even if a lot, but their staying power to this day, it transcended over decades, years, or whatever. So we're going to go down that list and see who you think, okay?
Okay.
We're going to start it off with that first cat. Jesus Shuttlesworth, Ray Allen, professional basketball player. He will always have in his arsenal of looking back that I acted with one of the top actors, Denzel Washington. When you look at it, was this an iconic moment? Did it transcend time, Mario? Give it a 1 to 10 score. I mean, we're not going to score everybody. We're just going to have a conversation, really. But if you had to score...
It was a beginning, in a sense.
Yes.
So you got to give it that historic position.
Right.
You know what, Vic? I had forgot it was Ray Allen.
I know you did.
I had forgot.
Still playing today on a championship team.
I had totally forgot. Wow.
Yep.
I think I own this.
Yes. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Oh, yeah, that's iconic, Vic.
It's iconic?
Yeah, totally.
All right, good.
Totally, wow.
Good. All right, so you got that.
That was Ray Allen.
That's Ray Allen.
He can't act. Ray's a nice guy. He's eloquent.
Yes.
But he is so the same straight face. Like,
right.
I mean, he'll smile a little bit here.
Right.
I mean, but he's kind of he's a cool guy.
So you said iconic. Good. All right, let's go to the next and see what we have number 2. And it's going to be interesting. You know, you have to go back if you remember this cat. Jesse Ventura, wrestler, professional. He transcended wrestling. He also transcended acting, film mostly, and then went into politics, became the governor. At this point, is this iconic to you, Mark? Do you remember? Is this impact?
It actually is, and he continues with his whole conspiracy thing going on now.
Right.
He's got a whole nother brand thing going with these conspiracy series.
Right.
So Jesse's a money. He's a man. He's an icon. He's a brand.
Right. He's a brand, isn't he?
And he was a wrestler.
That's what I'm saying.
The body. Remember they called him
Jesse Ventura, the body. So I gave this look because I could have gave you the Predator photo. I could have gave you the WWE. He was really, out there. He was really kind of, I'm the fabulous, glamorous, all-in-your-face cat.
Yes, he was.
So you say iconic. Okay. All right, let's go to our next one. This is rolling easy, man. Our next one. Very simply put. I have to say it, O.J. Simpson.
saw him at the airport one time, man.
Yeah.
He was
he running in or running out?
You know, if it wasn't for the later incidents, you know, he was America's favorite.
Right.
America loved this man.
Monday Night Football.
He was
all there, right?
All of that. I tried to catch a plane one time when he was shooting. Remember, he was running to the airport doing a commercial of running for Hertz or something?
Jumping over suitcases, the whole thing.
They held up the whole area while they shot this.
Right.
By the way, he had a huge head.
Clarify.
I mean, they had to have special helmets made for him because his head was so big.
Right.
That he had to have special helmets. This man, if it wasn't again for that terrible incidents later on that he was involved, he was so. I guess that's again probably why he got so much backlash. Because he was so much of America's. They had a love affair.
Right. Now,
O.J. Simpson.
So as we relate to this. Iconic as it relates to TV and film.
Yes.
What he did. He iconic?
Totally.
Wow. OJ.
I forgot about him, and he was bigger than. Okay, I'm trying to think now. I have to stop. I'm trying to think, Vic.
Right.
What black athlete did more? He beat past Jim Brown, dude.
Oh no, I know that as it relates to because he was the next follower.
I mean, what black athlete in film?
You know what I related to?
I'm trying to think who.
Right, you know what I relate to?
Bigger than him.
Jim Brown was like the Michael Jordan, and almost OJ was kind of the LeBron James coming, but he didn't complete his whole acting career because of the fallout
and the opportunities. Do you remember Jim Brown? He was so much of a pioneer. He didn't have all the opportunities. OJ is when it was opening up, so he got all the movie things. He got all the parts. Can anybody name a black athlete that did more as an actor than OJ?
Right. And there's a story.
I don't know if there is one.
There is a story if you guys are following the actors as they battle on this particular film and others. You didn't realize that Paul Newman and Steve McQueen didn't have a war, but it was known that Steve McQueen wanted to be better than Paul Newman. And they avoided being in pictures and films for years because it was Steve McQueen who was hungry for the fame of Paul Newman.
That interesting?
And they came together in this film. Paul says, I'll take the role, basically, of this role so they can share that they both were kind of the guy that made things happen in the Towering Inferno, and this was the movie, while OJ was really playing like third, fourth, fifth fiddle in this. Because you had Fred Astaire and all these other
Paul
cats.
Newman's name higher.
Right.
Than Steve McQueen's name.
But
Faye is a little lower. Faye is a little lower.
So, so we both, you're saying, and PMC says the Juice is iconic as well.
I'm just wondering if Mac or PMC can name, because, you know, these are part of our experts. Because, Vic, I can't name a black athlete.
There is
who transitioned better, because that was your question. Has he shown this? I can't think of anybody who transitioned better than OJ.
I know. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard as it relates to a black.
Who else you brought
now? I almost brought Bernie Casey, Mac, but the reason why I had to stop.
He just doesn't. He can't compete.
It's hard.
I mean, I love Bernie, but he's not in film.
Not on the field, he wasn't.
Yeah, we talk about in film now.
And acting.
Film because of taking up on the.
Yes.
Yeah, because Jim Brown was the pioneer, but how many movies? You just got 2 or 3, right?
Right, you got
like 3.
A handful of them.
Yeah, so OJ went crazy with it.
Yes, and we said TV and film. Not just
TV and film.
TV and film.
Yeah, OJ, it was crazy.
Right. Okay.
Everywhere.
All right, good. Let's go over to the next. Like I said, we're looking at athletes turned actors, whether it's TV, film, or anything on the screen, and how successful. This is interesting because when I looked at this guy, he has 4 Super Bowl rings. Terry Bradshaw, a Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame, still working. He was in comedic films, not as successful when it came down to, big blockbuster films, but TV.
Played Ben Stiller's father, in one of the things. Yeah, and he did a great job. Terry is funny.
Right.
He's so enjoyable, even as his career as a sports commentator.
Right.
And an icon. He doesn't have to be. He doesn't, like he says. I'm not the person who gives the facts. I can just give the feelings. I think he's done wonderful for his brand.
Right.
Just amazing for this man. So
is it iconic?
Not on the levels of the other folks that you have brought.
Right.
But certainly very commendable.
Right. Time,
and it would be in the Hall of Fame for this too.
Right.
Not just for his football, for as an on-air broadcasting person. I think he's going to be.
And I think the hard part about Terry's thing is he says no matter when you bring up 4-time Super Bowl winner, he's never really included with the Joe Montana conversation, but he has 4 Super Bowls.
Because people always thought of him, and I hate to say it, as being the stupid quarterback, and he never played stupid as far. I don't know what, but that was always this thing about him.
That what it told me is the public likes, or the journalistic public likes to choose who they favor more, different type of story. But when you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers,
you got to give it to Terry. I enjoy him.
And still, the most winningest Super Bowl team, even though we talk about Dallas, we talk about the Patriots, Pittsburgh Steelers, more Super Bowls than
I tell you what, when you start thinking about sports commentators to hang out for the weekend.
Right.
At least Terry, you're going to have some fun. You're going to eat and drink good.
Right. That's a good one.
Y'all don't think who's fun for the weekend?
I know. Well, let's say this.
May not be Adam Schechter.
We're not giving Terry the iconic, but let's go on over and see what we can do when we move to the next. This gentleman maybe not as successful in football, but he had his impact when he went over to film. It's called Carl Weathers. And if you ever was around during the Rocky film period, it was like super box office. 3 or 4 iterations. I don't know how many he played in. Was big. Now,
wonderful, and he actually grew as an actor and was able to branch out, and even the Rocky stuff will go down in history.
That's right.
Too bad I don't know one remembers him playing sports.
He played football linebacker, but wasn't a great linebacker. So limitedly for only about 5 or 6 years, I think. So he became greater in film probably easily than he did in sports. So here, is it an iconic thing? Was the Rocky series enough?
No, not enough.
Not enough, is it? All right.
Nor the Predator.
Okay, all right. Let's go. That was an easy one. Let me go to one. It's going to be interesting here. When you think of the word Marshall and you put arts, you say Lee. And when you say Lee, you say Bruce. And who can put their picture along with somebody we reviewed yesterday named Chuck Norris there on the left? Bruce Lee. Way ahead of the time of the marketing machine, the money that it could have been made, but this man was in Green Hornet. He actually made more success in the martial arts film. Not too many people saw him as the Green Hornet because he didn't have a lot of roles. He just really didn't talk a lot. So, Mario, iconic or not, Bruce Lee?
Oh, forever.
Forever, right. Longest staying power across films and affected a generation of films.
Especially now that we consider this a sport.
Right.
That had a lot to do with it.
And if anybody ever says this man was not athletic, stand up and cheer if you think you can prove that he was not athletic.
Yeah, because now I'm not sure which are still in the Olympics, Vic, but you still have, I think, judo.
Yeah.
I think you have taekwondo.
Right.
I don't know if you have karate. But that we wonder. But again, this is the man who's really affected the consciousness of the world.
This is interesting. I like that, Mac. You got a couple of things here. You said Bruce Lee went to Garfield High School in Seattle. That's very interesting. And also a prior comment that you got into, I'll get to later. But Mac, it seems like you're the man of the world. We need to have more commercials about you, my brother.
He's got to give the Seattle tour.
That's right. Hey, that's a good one too, Mac. Same school as Quincy Jones and Jimi Hendrix.
That's right.
That school should be put on the map. Mac, if I were you, I would put the name of the school so we can follow up at a later date, because that's a school that's going to be proud of icons that came out of there. So here's the question, Mario. We're going to go down and say who do we think are the number 1 and 2, and then number 1 iconic athlete turned actor. Who's going to come in first place? So, Mario, this is your world.
Okay, the choices are, ladies and gentlemen, Ray Allen, professional basketball. Jesse Ventura, professional wrestler. O.J. Simpson, professional football. Terry Bradshaw, professional football. Carl Weathers, professional football. And Bruce Lee from martial arts. Number 1 for me.
Number 1.
O.J. Simpson.
Whoa! Okay.
He's the one. He has the most penetration. He was the most beloved of America everywhere, television and film, and all those series and other stuff. He plays whatever, all those comedic things he did. OJ, number one. Number two, in terms, I'd have to go Jesse Ventura, because his impact politically and as a producer, all that following, he's got to be Jesse Ventura.
Wow.
Now after that, I can't with Terry and Carl, I can't include them in the same level.
Right.
Nor even Ray at all. It has to be.
Right.
Even though he didn't, because of the time.
Right.
That was before the internet.
Right.
But it's the fact of how powerful and strong he grows while he's gone.
Right.
Like Jimi Hendrix.
Right.
And other icons.
Right.
They grow in death.
Right.
Michael Jackson will continue to grow.
Right.
Elvis, Bruce Lee,
right,
is there.
Okay.
And he has nowhere near the money making numbers of anybody, even though his brand continues to make it.
Right.
He's long since passed, but got to be Bruce Lee.
I'll go and give you the updates here. Macport Townsend Washington said Jim Brown, so he's taking it from yesterday's show segment, Jim Brown for him. PMC said Bruce Lee number one and OJ number two. And then I'm going to give you mine, because everybody's right here because it's about your opinion. I chose Bruce Lee because he did more with less, and every film he was in film, he was the lead. He expanded a culture of films that followed him in production, so that you saw a swarm of what they would call, whether it's Japanese or Asian or karate films, martial arts. He did so much that it transcended everybody from different cultures getting involved in the martial arts of film production. Now, whether they were great films or not, he changed the game with very little time. So I'm going to pick number one as Bruce Lee, because to this day, he still has the coolest look when it comes to martial arts. I'm done with New Sports. Mario, what you got for me other than don't talk about Malaysia Airlines?
Oh, well, everybody, that is New Sports.
It was great, man. Enjoyed it. Thanks for your patience. It's done.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Victor Allen's New Sports. Fan-based, Victor Allen's own unique neo-urban look at today's sports and sports world. Written, directed, and produced by Victor Allen, New Sports is a recurring segment of the Morning Coffee with Mario show. Tune in for it live Monday through Wednesdays on the Morning Coffee with Mario show. Everybody, it's sports! Yeah! Come on! Yeah! You! Speak is next!